In a silent land where no shadows move and no winds blow, a man sat alone before a strange, melting clock, its numbers slipping like wax beneath the sun. At its center pulsed something eerie. The brain, half exposed, barely beating, suspended between thought and time. This was not a normal place, and he was not a normal man. He had once been like the rest of us, full of hope, driven by dreams, overflowing with plans. But every decision he ever faced came with a whisper. Wait, just a little longer. Wait until the timing is perfect. Wait until the signs are clearer. Wait until the fear passes. So he waited. He carried a small briefcase labeled Dreams. Inside it, the future he had imagined, places he wanted to go, people he wanted to love, ideas he wanted to share. But each time he reached for it, doubt reached faster. One day the ground cracked open beneath his feet, and from the sand rose a great, distorted clock. Its hands moved slowly, painfully, almost as if unsure of which direction to take. The man saw this and smiled. "Now I don't have to rush," he said to himself. "This is a sign. Time is on my side." So he sat beside the clock. Every morning he would ask it, "Is it time yet?" The clock never answered. But its silence comforted him. He believed the silence was permission to wait. Seasons passed, though he didn't notice. The sun grew colder. The stars began to flicker. The sands turned gray. Still, he remained, always just one decision away from beginning. One morning, he noticed something leaking from the clock, thick, golden liquid, warm like honey, but heavy like oil. It trickled from the brain at its center. He touched it and felt something strange. Memory, a childhood laugh, a mother's touch, a missed goodbye. The clock was bleeding his life. Panic stirred in his chest. He clutched his briefcase and opened it. Empty. Not a single paper remained. The dreams had evaporated. But surely he thought they would return if he waited a bit longer. Around him, the desert began to shift. Giant mirrors rose from the dunes, reflecting not the sky, but versions of himself. Younger, livelier, more certain. One version held a book he never wrote. Another kissed a woman he never met. A third stood on a stage he never dared climb. He looked away. The mirrors shattered. The brain inside the clock began to shrink. Its pulse weakened. The hands no longer moved. Still the man asked, "Is it time now?" Silence. A voice rose from within. Not the clock's, but his own. He waited so long for clarity that even confusion gave up on you. Tears welled in his eyes, but they fell as dust. He screamed, but no echo replied. He reached out to the clock, begging it to restart, to give him one more year, one more month, one more hour, but there was no more time. The clock collapsed into itself, leaving only a dark hole. From it came wind that hadn't blown in centuries, and it swept over him, tearing the briefcase from his hand, the thoughts from his mind, and finally the strength from his legs. He fell to the ground, eyes wide open, watching a new generation in the distance. Children laughing, running through the sand, chasing butterflies made of light. They weren't waiting. They were living. For the first time, he understood. Life had always been moving. He had simply chosen not to join it. A faint smile broke through his cracked lips as he whispered his last words. "I waited too long." The wind carried those words far beyond the desert, into every home, every heart that ever whispered tomorrow. Moral: when you spend your life waiting for the perfect moment, you forget that life itself was the moment. Don't wait. Begin.